Once you feel like you're entitled to something that you don't truly deserve, that is the root of all evil. The root of all evil is thinking you deserve something, thinking you deserve a better life, thinking that you are better than the problems that you're facing, when the truth is the problems that you are facing are the biggest blessings you have in your life. And death is the root of not being grateful. Death is the root of not having gratitude, right? When things go wrong, instead of being grateful for the problems, instead of being grateful for all those things that we did not get because God decided that it wasn't the right time, or it wasn't the right choice, or it wasn't the right job, or it wasn't the right relationship, right? When we are not grateful in God's plan and what He's doing, we're not grateful that we're even alive. If we're not grateful for the fact that we even have the opportunity to strive to do better, that we even have the opportunity to be in this country, right? My parents came from an immigrant family, or my parents came from DR. They were immigrants. I was born here. But the moment that we are not grateful for the fact that we have the opportunity is the moment we fail. We don't fail when things go wrong. We don't fail when we have problems. We fail when we give up. We fail when we feel entitled for the things that we do not deserve, because we do not even deserve to be alive. The chances that you're here are 1 in 400 trillion. We do not deserve anything. So why do you feel so entitled? Why do you feel so entitled? Why do you always ask why me instead of asking thank you? Thank you for these problems. Thank you for these struggles, right? You guys might be at rock bottom right now. Everything might feel like it's going against you, right? It might be so hard to wake up in the morning and get out of your bed and strive to do better, right? It might be so hard for you to not resist. It might be so hard for you to resist the temptation and not watch porn and not go into these bad habits. It might be so hard, right? But guess what? It is supposed to be hard. It is supposed to be difficult. In the Bible, it says the man that does not have discipline is the man that leads his life to destruction. And the truth is, your brain will find every reason to prove yourself right. It'll find every reason to prove yourself right. So keep telling yourself that thing is hard. Keep telling yourself your life is so hard. Keep telling yourself it's hard to resist temptation. Keep telling yourself it's hard to get out of bed in the morning. Keep telling yourself it's hard to wake up at 5 a.m. Because the more you tell yourself, the more it's gonna be true. And I used to do the exact same thing. That's exactly why I was insecure and I hated who I was, because I was letting myself down on a daily basis. That's the worst feeling in the world, knowing you have potential for more, but you let yourself down every single day. Every single day you look for every single reason why you can't do it. But deep down, you know you're bullshitting. You know you're lying to yourself. You're just doing that because it makes you feel more comfortable instead of just taking full accountability and accepting the fact that it is your fault. It is your fault why you're insecure. It's your fault why you're not living the life you want. It's your fault why things don't go right. It is always your fault. And it was always my fault. We always want to point fingers. We always want to point the other person, right? Maybe it was my fault that things didn't work out, right? Sometimes we're talking to a girl, we're like, oh yeah, she's just dumb, right? Like it's always her fault. It's always the girl's fault. It's always the girl's fault. But when was the last time you looked in the mirror and you were like, damn, maybe if I was a better dude, she wouldn't have disrespected me. Maybe if I was a better guy, maybe if I was better, I wouldn't have to beg her to do basic things. Maybe if I was a better guy, she would have automatically unfollowed every other dude that walked on this planet. Maybe if I was a better guy, she would just like, bro, it's always our fault. It's always our fault. And that was just an example. I'm not saying she has to unfollow every other guy. Like, it was just an example, right? I'm not even talking... Whatever. It's always our fault. It's always our fault, right? Why do we keep pointing fingers? Bro, point the finger at yourself, right? Your boy betrayed you. He fucking snitched on you, or he, I don't know, got with your ex behind your back. It's your fault. It's your fault for even being friends with him. It's your fault. Because the thing is, everyone gets warning signs. Everyone gets warning signs. We all understand what we are doing. We all understand what we are getting ourselves into. We all understand everything. But the easy choices are always the most appealing. And the truth is, when you avoid being alone, you can never hear the voice of God. Because you can only hear the voice of God in silence. You can only hear the voice of God when there is no noise. But the noise in your life might be different than the noise in my life. For you, I don't know, it might be your phone, it might be that show, it might be your relationship, it might be a bunch of different things that are distracting you. But if you do not isolate yourself, and I'm not talking about isolate yourself in your room and be a social I'm talking about isolating yourself to be elevated. I'm talking about separating yourself from the 99% so you can be elevated. I'm talking about you being okay with being in the silence. Bro, I wake up at 5 a.m. and I go outside, and the level of silence and clarity I get at that time is unmatched because no one else is doing it. No one else at my age is waking up at 5 a.m. No one else at my age is building a business. No one else at my age is posting content every single day. I'm lonely. No one else does anything that I do, so I'm lonely. I'm lonely because people don't understand me. My family doesn't understand me. A lot of my friends don't understand me. People just don't understand me. They don't understand me, but we are not called to be understood. We are not called to be understood. We're called to be leaders. As guys, at one point in your life, you are going to be a leader. Whether it's a family, whether it's a job, you're going to be a manager, whatever it is, or whether it's a business you start, whether it's in a relationship, the guy is supposed to be the leader. So you better get comfortable with leading. You better get comfortable with telling yourself to wake up. You better get comfortable with leading yourself, because the best leaders lead themselves before they lead anyone else. Because the same way you have a relationship with somebody else, you need to have a relationship with yourself. You need to trust yourself. You need to tell yourself and stand on your word when you say you will do something. Guess what? Once you lead yourself, it makes you qualified to lead others. Bro, you want to have a beautiful wife, right? You want to have a wife who will be the best mother for your kids. Bro, that doesn't just happen. That doesn't just fall into your hands. Your wife is something that God blesses you with once you become the person who deserves her. I think one of the worst things that a guy can do, I see a lot of these guys, right? They get into relationships when they're super young, like 16, 15, haven't accomplished anything. They're out of shape. And sometimes, I'm going to be honest, sometimes they're like, oh, let's go. I found my wife. And, you know, sometimes she's like attractive, I mean, to them, whatever. But the point I'm trying to make is I just think like, damn, bro, like how, like you have, like, what, like, no, don't get me wrong. I'm happy for them. If that's actually your wife, I'm happy for them. But they're not going to have that same drive, right? They're not going to have that same ambition of like, because the truth is, as a guy, when you are single, that is when you build yourself up the most. That is when you have the most like pressure, and that is when you have a different type of energy inside of you. I don't know how to explain it. You have a different type of energy inside of you. And like these guys who are in relationships for 5-6 years at like 19, 20, 21 years old, it's like, bro, they're never gonna experience that level of like damn, I need to fucking be better, you know? And a lot of them get comfortable, they get out of shape, and they use the relationship as an escape from reality. We've all been there, bro. We've all been there. I'm not acting like I'm better. I'm simply just pointing out how sometimes, right? We use these things that are supposed to elevate us as distractions for us to escape our reality. And what it does is that it makes our reality significantly worse. And the one thing you can never escape from is your real life. That is one thing you can never escape from, yet people try to escape from it every single day. The drugs, the alcohol, the relationships, the pointless sex, all these certain things, right? And the truth is, the overindulgence in anything, it starts to become fucking terrible for you. It starts to become terrible for you. You hang out with your friends too much and for no reason, it becomes bad for you, right? You spend too much time with your girl, it becomes bad for you. That's why it's so important to reach rock bottom. That is why it's so important. You are blessed to have the problems you have. That's why it's so important to isolate yourself. That's why it's so important to appreciate the problems and be grateful for them. Because the moment you're grateful for them is the moment you will be elevated. The moment you're grateful for the opportunity that you have is the moment you're going to be elevated. God cannot bless you if you're not grateful for what you already have. God cannot bless you if you are not grateful for what you already have. So stop asking for more and start being the person who deserves more, right? Think about it like this. Money does not go to the person who begs for money. Money goes to the person who deserves the money. If you want to be the person who deserves the money, you need to build yourself up. You need to be a leader. You need to self-develop yourself. You need to know how to communicate. You need to know what it is like to go through pressure, to go through stress. You need to be a master at managing stress, because you take on all the stress, you manage it. In turn, everyone under you becomes safe. They feel safe with you because you are the one who's taking in all the stress and all the pressure, because someone has to do it. And if you don't, who will? If not you, then who? Truthfully, bro, would you want your parents taking on that stress, or would you want to take it on yourself so that they don't have to stress? Because they already stressed themselves out raising you. Bro, when I was 6, 7 years old, I was the worst fucking kid in the world. I treated my parents terribly. I would stress them out so unbelievably much. I was the worst kid you could imagine. Crying, fighting with my brother, being annoying, screaming, anything you can imagine. You know how much stress I put them through? And you know how much they remind me every single day, yo, you were a fucking... They remind me all the time that I was a fucking idiot kid. I was an annoying ass kid. One time I was on a couch, I fucking jumped off of it head first onto the floor. What type of 5-year-old kid does that? And then I got back up like nothing even happened, and my mom basically shit herself, and my mom's friend was there, one of our family friends. I was talking to her the other day and she was telling me about it. I'm like, it's insane. It's insane how I was as a kid. Sometimes they say the craziest kids become the best kids when they're older. They say that, right? They go through that period of being crazy, and then they become calm, they become collected, right? I'm still an emotional guy, don't get me wrong, but I choose the emotions that serve me. I use the emotions to my advantage. I'm making this video because I had the strong emotion that I had to do it, right? I go through these struggles because I have the... But look, whatever. That's going off track. But the point I was trying to make is that I'd rather be the one who takes on the stress so that my parents can be relieved of the stress later. I'd rather be the one in my family, when I have kids, when I have a wife, I'd rather be the one who takes on all the stress so they can live good, so they can not have stress, right? It depends. If it's my son, I want him to be stressed out. I want him to build. I want him to start from the bottom. He's gonna have to fucking grow on his own. He's gonna have to... I'm not giving my son anything. But if it's my daughter, bro, she can have whatever she wants. I'm gonna buy my daughter the best car. I'm gonna basically treat her the best, any vacation she wants. And the reason why I'm gonna do that is because that's what you're supposed to do as a guy. What you're supposed to do is you provide for the woman that you love and you care about. So that includes your daughters and your wife. That doesn't include a fucking one night stand. That doesn't include a fucking whatever, right? It includes the girls, the woman that you actually genuinely love. But the love you have for a woman does not matter if you do not love yourself. It doesn't. The love you have for others, bro, because it's like, in order to truly love somebody else, you need to love yourself first, right? Because if you truly love somebody else, that means you are gonna give as much to them and sacrifice as much to them so that they can be happy. And in order for them to do that, you need to take on the stress. You need to build yourself up. You need to become the strong foundation that they can lean on. You need to become the GOAT. Because think about it. Think about it. How are you going to take advice? Oh, no, I'm not saying you can't take advice. But it's like, you are supposed to be that strong foundation that when she is emotionally disturbed or whatever, right? She can lean on you because she knows that you already know the right choices, right? You can guide your daughter and your wife to do the right, or fuck. You guys know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. You have to be that strong foundation so that when the stressful times come, they can lean on your strength. You have to be the person that they can lean on for strength. You have to be the person your kids can lean on for strength and actually see, damn, this is how a leader is supposed to act. I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna act like a leader acts. That's what I try to do. I'm 19 years old. Everyone thinks I'm like fucking 30 because of the way I carry myself. And the truth is, I feel old as hell already. I'm already 19. Bro, if you knew the amount of money I've invested into myself the past 7 months in 2025 is like, it's I'm not gonna say it's insane, because nothing is insane to me, and I know that the depths of your sacrifices determine the depths of your rewards. But I'm telling you guys, when I say I separate myself as much as possible, it's not just because I say things or I think differently than people, but it's because I do differently than people. I've invested 5 figures at 19 years old into my self-development, and there's a lot of guys out there who aren't even willing to invest 100. Bro, keep staying fucking unhappy, insecure, and average, bro. Keep staying average. If you're not ready, if you don't want to invest into yourself, good luck, bro. Good luck. If you want to keep doing it, trying to figure out everything on your own, good luck. Good luck. There's a reason why I've 20x'd my progress in just 7 months. There's a reason why I've self-developed myself so much in these 7 months. It's because I wasn't afraid of investing in myself. I wasn't afraid of doing things that other people are not willing to do. I was not afraid of making my life more stressful on purpose so that I had no other choice but to elevate myself from where I was at. I was not afraid of sacrificing the things that were the most difficult for me to sacrifice. Everyone thinks I'm weird. Everyone at my age, they see me, they're like, oh, fucking Noel, bro, he's so weird. Yeah, I'm so weird. You're right. But I think you guys are weird. I think you guys are weird. You don't care about your life. You don't care about improving. All you care about is getting drunk, getting fucking high, doing bullshit. I think you're weird. I think you're weird. And the truth is, my opinion on you doesn't even matter. But yours on me doesn't matter either. So why would I live my life based on what you think? And why would you live your life based on what I think? If you want to get high and get drunk every weekend, go ahead and do it. But look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, does this make me happy? And if it does, I don't think that makes anyone happy though. Getting drunk and getting high, like really, that does not make you happy because you're escaping from reality. You're escaping from reality. The most fulfilling parts about life is when we prove to ourselves that we're able to overcome the hardest challenges and build discipline. All these things are talked about in the Bible. Guys, I read the Bible every single day, and I've learned more from the Bible than I have from anything else. That's it. That's it. You want to improve, you want to be better? Get closer to God, read the Bible. Simple. Simple. Listen to what God, that's literally an instruction manual that God sent us himself on how to live our lives. Simple. It's simple. Right? And when you know more, you're also called to be more. And I just knew that I knew way more than a lot of other people. And I knew that if I wasted my potential, that would literally be the most selfish thing that I could do to anybody, because of the thousands of lives I'm going to impact. The thousands of people I'm going to help. And no, it's not easy. Of course there's more responsibility. Of course there's more difficulties. It's like when think about it, who's the most stressed out in wars? Right? It's always the president. It's always the person who's at the head of the commander. The commander-in-chief, he always has to take on the most responsibility. Right? That is the most lonely person. Think about it. Donald Trump is the president right now. Do you really think that there's another person on this world that truly understands what it's like to be head of the most powerful country in the whole entire world, and at his fingertips he can send a nuclear bomb and destroy millions of people nobody understands what that's like, bro. So it's lonely being a leader. It's lonely taking on this path, but I wouldn't want it any other way. I wouldn't want it any other way. I wouldn't want it any other way because I know that if I did want it any other way, it would be selfish. It's lonely. Nobody really understands. Right? Nobody understands the struggles. And I know that in 5 to 10 years, I'm going to look back on the stage that I'm in right now. And I'm going to be so grateful that I made the choice to start and just stick to it. I don't care what happens. I don't care what happens. I've already made the decision. I'm never going to quit. My bad. I'm never going to quit. For me to quit, somebody has to literally the thing is, I'm literally just not gonna quit. I'm never gonna quit. And I know that if I never quit, failure is impossible. I know that if I never quit, growth is the only option. Even when I fail, all hard work is profit. All hard work is profit. Mere talk leads to poverty. I was reading that today in Proverbs. All hard work is profit. There is no such thing as me losing if I am working every single day, no matter what. That's it. That's what it's about. We're not called to be fucking happy. We're not called to follow what we feel in the moment, bro. We're called to build. We're called to serve others. We're called to sacrifice. We're called to bring value to the world. You see these guys are like, oh my gosh, bro, I wish I would win the lottery. I wish I just got $1 million. Really? So you want money without having to benefit other people. You want money without helping others. You want money without earning it. You are an abomination, bro. You're literally an abomination. Because you want things without having to earn them. And money is just a measure of service, right? The more you serve others, the more money you're gonna make. So stop asking for shit to come to you without you having to work for it. And just serve others as much as possible. Find out, what do people struggle with, and how can I help them out as much as possible? What do you think I'm doing? What do you think I'm doing? Why do you think every single other business I did failed? Why? Because I was too obsessed with the outcome instead of the version of me who actually deserved it. Right? I started trading stocks, right? I'm like, oh, let's get it. I'm about to become a millionaire from trading stocks, bro. Let's fucking go. Guess what? I lost over $3,000 in high school. The hard-earned money I made, but guess what? I learned from it. It disconnected me from money, first of all. And I realized that in order for me to fucking make money, I have to lose it. In order for you to gain muscle, you have to feel weak. In order for you to gain smartness, or in order for you to gain intelligence, you need to feel dumb. You need to literally make yourself feel dumb. And I learned that from stocks. And I learned that from my dropshipping business that fucking failed. I started like 5 dropshipping stores. And I ultimately quit all of them because I never stuck through with it. I would just randomly quit on a random day. Probably because I was too addicted and too distracted playing fucking Fortnite or TikTok fucking IG Reels. And then I just fucking stopped doing it, right? Because I got distracted. This is why silence is so important. If your phone is fucking limiting you, turn off your phone. If your girlfriend is limiting you, break up with their girlfriend. Simple, bro. It's simple. The choices we need to make are simple, but it's dependent on the strength it's dependent on if you have the strength to do it. So stop fucking wishing you didn't have problems. Stop wishing for everything to go right and start being grateful for the problems and start asking for more, bro. Start asking for more problems. Start asking for more things to go wrong. Because that just means you are going to grow more. That just means your progress is going to go more. The more problems you endure, the more progress you're going to make. Always remember that. Never forget that. Love all of you guys. If you guys are looking to join Max Out Fitness Coaching, you're looking to get into the best fucking physical shape of your whole entire life, guys, we just launched this new offer where we're basically guaranteeing you that you're gonna gain 8 pounds of lean muscle mass. I'm talking about like the muscle itself. 8 pounds of lean muscle mass within 90 days or less. And if you don't do it, you'll get all your money back, guaranteed. But if you guys are interested in finding out more information, what you can do is you can book a call with me down below. And And basically what I'm doing is I just want to 100% guarantee that you guys are going to see the results that you want to see. And if you don't see the results that you want to see, I don't even deserve your money. I'm going to give it back to you. Because I pride myself in guaranteeing results, and I pride myself in being the best fucking... I pride myself in being the best coach possible and giving as much value and sacrificing as much for my clients, right? And if I don't do that, I don't deserve your money. That is genuinely my belief. And I believe that we get paid in the perpetuity and the size of the value of the problems that we solve. And yeah, but I love you guys. I want to see you guys win. If you do have any questions, DM me on IG. But if you're looking to join the team and know a little bit more about what we do inside of Max Out Fitness Coaching in my one-to-one coaching program, you could go ahead and book a call with me down below. You're gonna have to answer a bunch of questions. Just fill it out, answer it as truthfully as possible, and then they're gonna send you a video. Just watch it, and then we'll basically chop it up a little bit in the call. But yeah, I want to see you guys win. Keep it up, keep killing it, and yeah, peace out.